Hi Rajesh, so let's see your landscape painting understanding the tree. So when we talk about trees in general, um, the trees doesn't have most of the trees don't have brown, branches or trunk, etc. So here on your reference, there is a strong. It's a good reference to work with. There's a strong influence of bright greens with yellow, which is also like the green in sunlight. And there's lots of cooler color, a cooler gray, which is the shadow side, or because I think it's a early morning picture, so it has some warmness of the sun coming up, whereas some part is really cool. So now when I see your picture, I feel that most of the branches are painted in almost same color. What you could have done, you have created variety in the shape and the size, which is great. Let's talk about this trunk here, right? So you can see there is a very strong light hitting this side of the trunk, right? This side. And then the light which is hitting is of yellow color, but because it is passing through the dense um, you know branches are leaves, this yellow has a bit of green in it, so you need a similar color here. So here we are also, like, you understand the values quite well, but you need to understand the colors, because landscape, I feel that colors play a very important role. So you have marked the shadow light side, but it has to be a little more bright. Then comes the form shadow, which is a darker side here, and then they both are blended together. But here you have added some white patches, or I would say the same color. When I see these two are not the same color, right? These white patches or this color is very much, close to a cooler gray, yet the value, if we talk about the value pattern, the value is not very light. It's a good practice to turn your images into a black and white image, so that let me just, okay, right, fine. So you can see this has to be this dark, and this is quite light in comparison to this color. See, this is even lighter gray, the light side of the branch. So the same thing has to be happen with other branches. So the one which are in front, this and this, it's a very beautiful composition where there are three trunks which are really dark values. This is middle value, and then as it is going back, it is very soft in terms of values, right? Now, second is the direction of the light. So you have tried really hard to add the direction of the light. Now, when we do landscape, think about what comes first or what comes the last. So the last layer here is the ray of the light, which is coming from the sky holes. So this would be the top layer. So what I would have done is I would have finished the entire painting, then with some white and lots of medium, I would have, added a wash on top of it, or on top of the entire um, landscape, preserving, see, this light, this tree, so most of the rays are behind it. So I would have, taken the color, added, and then a small break, and then add. So that is, so that it is transparent, because this is a very transparent layer. I can actually read what's happening behind it. So it has to be like very little color and lots of white. So I think I'm clear with with the colors, with the value, how to get this effect. And I think probably we need more of greens, more of brighter greens in the back. So first you add all the bigger branches, bigger branches or dominating ones, then work with the greens, then add some finer branches. You don't need to add everything, but few is fine, and then define the light color. And this is not white, it is a very lemonish yellow or a strong yellowish white. And at the last add this. I think this color down here is perfect, and this is what I'm looking here on the top as well. Trees are like always fun to do. Each tree has its own identity, its own colors, and trying to get understand trees is very important because majority of the landscape has a part of tree in it. So this will really help you. Just few fixes and you're good to go.